development, a constitution bench of the Supreme Court today said that it wants to see the files relating to the recent appointment of Arun Goel, a former bureaucrat, as the election commissioner on November 19th. The hearing is set to continue tomorrow. The bench, led by Justice K.M. Joseph and also comprising Justices Ajay Rastogi, Aniruddha Bose, Hrishikesh and C.T. Ravikumar, is hearing a batch of petitions seeking an independent mechanism to appoint election commissioners, and accordingly observed today that it would have been appropriate had the appointment not been made when the matter was being heard. The bench accordingly asked the Attorney General to produce the required files tomorrow before the bench. During the hearing today, Advocate Prashant Bhushan, appearing on behalf of the petitioner, submitted that Arun Goel was given a voluntary retirement from service on Thursday and his appointment was notified on November 21st. Senior Advocate Prashant Bhushan further pointed out that the latest appointment of Mr. Arun Goel has been done by giving him voluntary retirement. He added that this particular post had been lying vacant since May and that he had filed an application seeking interim orders against any appointments. He contended further, and I quote from his arguments today before the Constitution bench, "Everybody who has been appointed as election commissioners are retired people, but he was a sitting secretary in the government. Thursday, this court heard the arguments. Friday, he was given voluntary retirement. His appointment order was issued on Saturday or Sunday, and Monday he started working." At this point, Justice K.M. Joseph, who is heading the Constitution bench, said that normally for VRS, the employee must give a 3-month notice. At this point, Bhushan responded that he doubted whether the notice has been given and accordingly urged the bench to ask for the relevant records. To this, Attorney General for India R. Venkataramani objected to the issue of Goel's appointment being juxtaposed into this case where the court is considering a larger issue, adding that there is no design behind the appointment as projected by Bhushan. At this point, addressing the Attorney General, Justice Joseph said that the court would like to know what is the mechanism that was followed in the appointment and accordingly asked the Attorney General to produce the concerned files before the Supreme Court. Also taking exception to the appointment of Mr. Arun Goel, while the matter is being deliberated upon before the Constitution bench, Justice Joseph further remarked during the hearing today, and I quote here, "What is the mechanism by which this officer was picked up, Mr. Attorney General? Can it be made when the matter was being considered by this court? The appointment was made when the matter was being considered by this court. When there is an application against the appointment, when that matter is being heard by the Constitution bench, it would have been more appropriate," Justice Joseph further stated today during the hearing. At this point, the Attorney General stated that there was no injunction against the appointments, to which Justice Joseph remarked again, and I quote here, "If everything is hunky-dory, everything was going on smoothly as you claim, you have nothing to fear." Justice Joseph also added that the order of appointment was made after the bench started hearing and while there is an existing application against making appointments. When the Attorney General continued expressing his reservations during the hearing, Justice Joseph told him that this is not adversarial and that this court just wants to see the circumstances. He also emphasized that this is an open democracy and that the Attorney General should not be withholding information. Justice Hrishikesh, another member of the 5-judge Constitution bench, also told the Attorney General that he may be overreading the mind of the court and accordingly directed him to place the required files before the Supreme Court tomorrow. For more information on what transpired during the hearing, you can refer to a detailed report, the link to which has been given in the description box below. Thank you. I'm Ravikumar for LiveLaw. Keep watching LiveLaw for more such updates.